Good afternoon, everyone. I'd just like to thank you for having myself and my peers here this afternoon. Thank you. So, when we talk about sustainability, our thoughts often go straight to things like fossil fuels, forests, plastic bags, that sort of thing. But one of our planet's most powerful forces and one of its most vulnerable is often overlooked. I'm talking about the ocean. It covers over 70% of the Earth's surface. The ocean shapes our climate. It supports entire ecosystems. It sustains human life in ways that we barely notice. It produces over half the oxygen we breathe and absorbs almost a third of the carbon dioxide we emit, making it the Earth's largest natural carbon sink. And yet when we talk about the fight against climate change, the ocean is often treated as background scenery, something in the background. We often tend to focus on things right in front of us. We tend to focus on things like replanting and offsetting carbon, but I think it's really, really important to remember the impact that the ocean has. Think of any good nature documentary, Planet Earth, Blue Planet, or more recently, David Attenborough's Ocean. The seas are alive with colour and movement, schools of fish pulsing like liquid silver, sea turtles navigating ancient migratory paths, and whales performing long-distance journeys that stretch across the globe. It's breathtaking. But as much as it's breathtaking, it's also extremely fragile. In Ocean, Attenborough doesn't just show us this beauty, he shows us what's at stake. The plastic we use for just 10 minutes can stay there for about 400 years. Coral reefs, home to 25% of marine life, are bleaching from rising sea temperatures. Some fish populations have dropped by over 90%. And as sea levels rise, and ocean current shifts, even communities on land are beginning to feel the impact. The truth is confronting. The ocean, once our greatest protector, is now struggling to protect itself because of us. But here's the hopeful part. Nature's resilient. In the documentary, we see how marine reserves can bring back fish populations in just a few years. Coral reefs can regenerate. Ecosystems can recover if we give them the space and time that they need. Sustainability isn't just about going backward. It's about moving forward wisely. And sustainability doesn't just mean sorting your rubbish or skipping a plastic straw, although those might matter. It means supporting sustainable seafood, reducing carbon footprints, pressuring companies and governments to take responsibility. But most of all, it means changing how we view our relationship with the ocean. Because we're not separate from it, as much as we might try to pretend that we are. The water cycle connects our rivers to the sea. What we put in the environment, the waste, the heat, the chemicals, it finds its way into the ocean every single time. And what happens to the ocean will inevitably happen to us. David Attenborough's life work has been a reminder of this connection. Through his voice, we've watched decades of transformation, both wondrous and worrying. In Ocean, his message is quiet but urgent. If we save the seas, we save ourselves. So the next time you see a wave breaking on the shore or a photo of a whale breaching, remember, we're not just looking at nature. We're looking at something that breathes for us, feeds us, stabilizes our climate, and holds memories of the Earth older than any human civilization. And the ocean is calling for our action. We can't leave this to governments and scientists alone. Real change comes when people like us start where we are, at home, at school, in our daily choices. That might mean reusing single-use plastics, supporting sustainable seafood, donating to ocean conservation projects, or just sharing what you've learned. So to finish, I'd like to appeal to what many of us know as heritage. Heritage is what we leave behind once we're gone. And I think every single person in this room knows that we aren't on this earth forever. That one day we will leave this earth behind and we may find ourselves anywhere that you might believe. However, I think the bottom line is we need to consider what we leave behind as a generation. We need to consider what our impact will be and what we will be remembered for as a generation once we're gone, and what we leave our children. So let's be the generation that rose to the challenge, the one that restored balance instead of just mourning its loss. Let's not wait till it's too late. Let's lead with purpose, unity, and with hope. Thank you.